everybody, Fantasticairy here, back with another little sketchbook tour. This is going to be part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, I would definitely recommend checking that out. This is my little sketchbook. I've been illustrating and drawing one drawing per day with multimedia tools from pens to markers to inking tools, and I've been having so much fun. Before we get started, I do want to share with a couple new supplies that I bought recently. These are the Mr. Pen Soft Touch gel pens. They are so vibrant. I'm having so much fun with these pens. I also purchased these Le Pen. They're a brand I haven't seen before, and I just love these colors. They have like an outlining pen nib 0.3mm tip. They're really tiny and super cute, and I just love the colors. I should also probably mention that I decorated the back side of this little sketchbook, kind of continuing that little nature theme, but this time I illustrated some little mushrooms, some little acorns, and I also glued a brown piece of paper on the back of the sketchbook and then went over top with ink, which I really love this look, so taking note of that for the future. Anywho, let's get started for the little sketchbook tour part 2! For the first page, I wanted to draw a witchy girl. I've been very inspired by witchy and fantasy elements of late. I wanted to create a theme with some brown ink, my Noodlers Ink, with my G-nib pen. I like how her raggedy clothes turned out with her witch hat, and I did this little decal in behind her just to fill the empty space. I love her expression and her long, thin fingers with the nails. Overall, I was pretty satisfied with the colors and the sketch for this. Moving on to the next page, I seen this stray cat, and she was so cute, and I wanted to capture the pose that she was making. And this is how it turned out. I think the cat is a little bit long, but that's okay. I didn't outline this with any traditional black or brown ink. I outlined it mostly with my marker pens, which have the dual tips. I kept some white space on the cat, and I gave him a little book and some glasses and kind of a little bow tie. I feel like I overworked some of the colors in the background, as I wasn't sure where the sketch was going at the time. I've included a little cabin in the background, maybe that's where they live. I like the spring tones, I got the bees in the air, and the bright colors. This kind of page just makes you feel happy, almost like if it was out of a children's book. For this page, I wanted to create more whimsical fantasy vibe, as I've been really into that genre of late. And any way I can, I want to add it into my artwork. I had this idea of this princess almost staring out this glass wall and door where there's a giant moon in the background. I feel I could have captured the moon details a little bit better, but I like how the brightness really shines. I actually did mess up the bottom half of this, so I taped on a piece of paper and redid it and fixed the shadows. I might try redoing this piece with a little bit more planning ahead. I noticed that I hadn't drawn any male characters in the sketchbook yet. I inked him with my brown Noodlers ink and my G-nib pen, and then for the magic circles, I used my ochre yellow pen. I wanted to continue on with my whimsical fantasy vibes, and I created this bright 3-remedy potion scene. I really like the illustrative look of this. I think my favorite was with the green and the purple of the mild liners that I've been using, these highlighters, and it's been so fun. All the colors in this just feel really cohesive, even though inside the potions it's very bright and vibrant. I think this is one of my favorites I've made thus far. There's been a lot of hummingbirds of lately flying around where I live. They're so cute and so small, and I like the colors of the purple and green from the previous illustration, so I continued that color theme into this. Drawing birds and compositions is always so much fun. They have so many unique feather colors and interesting textures. It's always a learning curve creating with pen or watercolor. And then I haven't drawn a skeleton in a little bit, so I just had to draw this skeleton, in which I named Sophie the Sophisticated. I really like the warm colors of the plaid outfit and the matching hat and little bow tie. I like how she's holding the plants, continuing my nature aesthetic that I have going on in this little sketchbook. If I was this fancy, I would definitely be wearing an outfit like this. I wasn't so sure at first about the almost mustard yellow, but then I added it in and then I was okay with my decision. It's always scary picking colors sometimes, but I always tend to swatch them on a separate piece of paper first. The next page isn't much to look at. I just wanted to create a simple illustration after the more detailed ones in the previous. So I made a little fern with a kind of interesting abstract background around it. I was mostly playing with different colors and experimenting. Continuing my fantasy, almost academic vibes, I wanted to create some books with some little illustrations, almost like an old book with studies of certain plants to make potions. I got some candles. I was going to do full color for this, but then decided to just keep it simple with green. So I did some green highlighter in the background, and then my favorite pen so far from the Mr. Pen soft pens, I used the green one. It's like an olive green color. I like the sketchiness of this, it almost looks like a doodle, and I really like that. For the next page, I wanted to create an entire illustration, a little bit more detailed than my previous. I created this scene where this lady is sitting at her open window, the breeze is blowing in. I sketched the scene out first, all the little details, and then I went with the highlighters. I colored everything first, just because these highlighters do tend to smudge any ink. I think it has to do with the paper, but it could also be a mix of different things. So after I do the highlighters, I then go over the sketch underneath with the black pen, and everything just kind of pops and comes together with all the details. I like how she turned out super cute. I got a little map above the bookshelf. I got plants scattered throughout the scene, kind of continuing my spiral look as well on the windows. I got all the little tiny books. There's even a fortune ball, and then I have a teapot on one of the shelves and a little treasure chest. These little scenes are always so fun to draw. For the next page, I wanted to continue the theme of sketching and then coloring in and then going over top of the color with the ink. For this palette, I stuck to harmony colors, so I did an olive green and then I did this pink, which really helped harmonize each other, and some brown underneath. I did layer a little bit with the highlighters. They don't blend like an alcohol marker does, but I like the texture they leave afterwards. I love little cafes, and though I do live in the forest, every now and then I do visit the city, and if I ever get a chance, I go and sketch at a cafe. This tiny little cafe has some cute vibes to it. I have the window open and the curtain flowing out. You can kind of see into the shop. The details are very sketchy, and I really like that look. I got a little cat sitting in the open window above, and then a little crow or bird atop the roof. And of course, you need to have plants surrounding the cafe. I love the colors and how the sketch turned out with the outline. Messy, but still composed. I really like this. And then the next page is very simple. I continued the cafe theme, and I just kind of wanted to sketch out a cup with a latte in it. Some coffee beans surrounding it. Kind of more designy, illustrative, and I kind of like it. It's kind of sketchy. I like the colors. And doing a small illustration every day can be hard to fit into a schedule, so sometimes it's nice to keep things simple. Alright, well that's pretty well it for Little Sketchbook Tour Part 2. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I had so much fun drawing this week and last week, and I'll be excited to share Part 3 the following Friday, which will be June 26th. Because June 19th, I will be sharing with you more of my nature journaling, and if you haven't already known, videos are uploaded every Friday, and I've been kind of alternating the Little Sketchbook Tours and the nature journaling. So next week will be nature journaling, and the following week will be Little Sketchbook Tour Part 3. I'm excited to share with you guys that I now have a Patreon, where if you become a free member, no pressure, you can get some weekly posts that I share of the art I've been working on and some thoughts. And I'm also sharing my weekly nature photos that I personally use as reference. So definitely check that out if you're interested. I've recently updated my imprint shop as well, where I've added some of the Little Sketchbook Tour illustrations, like the 3 remedies. I've put that one up there, so you can get this as a sticker, an art card, or a mini print. My favorite of the mini prints. They come with a little stand. I've also included my nature journaling sketchbook pages, in which you can purchase a sticker, an art card, or a mini print. So if you're interested, definitely check that out. The channel is growing slowly but surely, and I really appreciate the organic growth. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and please consider doing so if you haven't so already. I definitely would appreciate it. And if you've made it this far, I want to say thank you so much. I've been having a lot of fun creating new artworks for this channel, and I got some big things planned. You can find me on the social medias and the links in the descriptions below, including all the art supplies that I've been using for this little sketchbook tour, if you're interested in trying any of them out yourself. One last thank you, and I will see you guys next Friday with some nature journaling. Okay guys, bye-bye! Someday soon, I'm gonna go back
make a light show in the sky.